What are you so happy about?
It looks like a thunderstorm.
No?
Good afternoon, my cracker tugas. I'm MBT, and this is 20 Spirit Testing. That's right, I'm uploading again. Midterms are over, and I'm feet from the JD, so I'm going to have a little bit more time to spend here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put the pedal to the metal because, Livestream changed everything. There's about 5 decks I want to talk about, so we're going to begin with the least explored, Brontoglow. So here's the list, and yes, we're back on the Law Sim. As much as I want to do these in Clash, I also want to talk about the cards that did just get released. This is a Dimax brew, and after speaking with him about the list, I'm a believer. As always, I'll give you a background about the archetype, a little bit of a discussion about what I hope the deck can do, and of course, the card by card. But first, if you've been compelled to casting by my videos, I've got great news for me! I've got an affiliate code in the Elestrals shop, so if you're picking up cardboard or plushies, please use that link down there. It helps the channel immensely. Now back to the video. So with that, let's begin with Brontoglow. Brontoglow is a favorite card of mine, and not just because I've previously preached the gospel of the Fungler. It got a new form in Divine Champion's livestream to pair with a new Stadium rune, Thunderstorm Supercell. This is unthinkably powerful with the old Fungler, who can snag any Brontoglow from deck. They were just waiting on one that's actually good. Right now, this deck excels at 2 things. Firstly, being the deck with searchable back row hate in a post-hurricane environment, and secondly, being the best damn madness deck in town. Pre-board, you can walk your opponent into an Arcolith, and post-board, you can Like a Volt twice. Always good when you get to play Delinquent Duo. So with that, let's get into the card by card. Because the format is so explosive, we're playing some guys that are just in here to live on board, attack, and threaten Ascensions. 2 Aphros and 3 Magnaros. Hey, they're 5s, and you get 2 of them. After that, we've got our Titano Strikes, 2 copies of the Titano Strike that pops an Elestral when Thunderstorm is cast, and 3 of the Champ Zeus, which searches a Thunderstorm. I think these are both necessary. It does feel kind of win more to be playing this card, but the utility you get from just having access to removal spells is pretty unmatched. We're playing an Arcolith, and let me just be honest, no one is able to play around Arcolith in the Lifestream metagame. You have to put 2 guys in attack. 2 of our Brontoglow Supercharged, which burns opponents for the Funglows on your field and increases their attack so they can actually do something. And then another guy who automatically wins the game, 3 copies of Werepup and 1 copy of Old Like a Void to pair with new Lunar Phase Lunar Eclipse, which of course counts as full moon as well. We're also playing 1 Earthquake, double Thunderstorm in the main, double Ambrosia in the main, not 3 because Supercell replenishes spirits. Triple Dionysus's Madness, which does so much for the strategy, puts opponents playing utility Elestrals in really bad positions, especially in decks with Brontoglow and Arcolith. Also ensures that your Elestrals live for a turn, so you can hard ascend into any of your 2 drops. We've got 3 Poison Tipped Arrow, 2 Shield of Achilles. I still think Shield of Achilles is an incredibly powerful back row rune, but I can't deny that it just does not resolve as much as it used to. Triple Gorgon's Gaze and triple Thunderstorm Supercell. Stadium rune, which when a player casts Thunderstorm and an Elestral with an effect that mentions it, you can return a Thunder Spirit from your Underworld to your Spirit deck. This is why we're on 2 Ambrosia, because we can heal a little more effectively off this card. We are playing Ampup, and Like a Volt in the side. This is not frequently done. Usually these cards are in the main, but Dimax was pretty clear about the fact that so many decks go tall in this format. Think Latagon, that there's a lot of scenarios where this doesn't actually do what you want. For that reason, we're playing the main deck as is, but post-board, you can turn into a Like a Volt deck. If your opponent is going tall, then your removal is going to be online, and you could board into Boombats. 3rd Thunderstorm here for back row strategies, the Divine Blessings, the Spoiled Fruits for Latagon et al. And P-Box, there's still so many decks that fall to this. For Spirits, we are on 11 Zaptor, 4 Owloon, 2 Leviathan, and 3 Taratlus. Let's check out a game. Our match is up against Dimax on another classic Dimax strategy, trying to force Werepup where it doesn't belong, this time in a deck called Latagon. They're going to go for Cyanectar here, grabbing a Poison-Tipped Arrow, and setting 3, God, do I already miss Hurricane. We'll draw for turn. We're going to go for the Titano Strike here. Thankfully, we already have the Supercell, so something like a Gorgon's Gaze won't matter too much. We're going to try and crash here into the Cyanectar. He lets it go. That's fine. And then draws for a turn. 2 back row is nice, but not enough to protect our Spirit deck. Dimax is going to mull over for a second and then go for an exceptionally greedy play, Drataya here on Madness. We are going to Madness in response, so it isn't going to ascend, and then afterwards we're going to go for a Magnaros. Now, Dimax usually fires a Gorgon's Gaze on the Magnaros, and not seeing one, I'm pretty sure there's not a Gorgon's Gaze, but I am still going to fire off the Thunderstorm in hand before I commit to the Funglow play, because of course I do want the highest percent chance that this thing's actually going to resolve. I know that next turn is going to be the operate one, so I'm just going to start preventing my opponent from getting off to the races as much as possible. Gorgon's Gazing Cyprong so they don't get access to Dionysus. They will pass back to me, and then I have a big thing to go for. Removal down, the floodgates are probably opened. We are going to draw for turn, and then we are going to begin with a copy of Thunderstorm. I'm just going to take a 50-50. We're going to go for the one closest to the Spirit deck here, and it is, in fact, Shield of Achilles, which is, I mean, good that we won't have to see it. We'll go Fungler afterwards, and then we're going to go for Supercell. Don't make my mistake here. You can actually return a Spirit off of the Supercell. Here we don't do so, but we are going to be able to return off of the Brontoglow. Our opponent's going to go for a Poison Tipped Arrow, which is great. It means they're going to take a lot of damage this turn. We'll fiddle with the sim for a while. I couldn't figure out how to get to the Spirits menu. Hello? Spirits? Spirits menu? Spirits menu? Hello? Spirits menu? Spirits menu? Okay, there we go. And now we will burn them for attack equal to the Funglows on field, as well as attacking for a whole bunch of damage. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 of which we'll get over, and they'll have to pay out 2 additional in the end phase, putting them down to 6 to our 7 with a Brontoglow supercharged, still in our deck if we're able to find another Thunderstorm, which of course you can see we already have. Dimax is going to draw a card, expend a Spirit, and this is probably all she wrote. We'll be able to use this Werepup and this Thunderstorm in order to proc the effect of the Funglow again. We'll return a Spirit. That'll chase out a Gorgon's Gaze, putting Dimax down to 3. We will use our Enchant on a Werepup and put him down to 1, grabbing a Lunar Phase full Eclipse as well. Even an Ambrosia here probably doesn't get him back into the game because the Lunar Eclipse threatens a very powerful Elestral he can't deal with. He'll go back up to 3 and reveal that he doesn't have anything to do with these last 3 remaining Spirits, a hand that includes powerful cards like Wasp Ivy, but nothing to do with them. So we're back with the deck, and wow, did this look dominant. Let's do the pros and cons. First, the pros. 1, it's extremely explosive. That's kind of the bar any deck has to clear right now. Blizzstrix and Locagon come to mind, but it can definitely hang with the big boys, courtesy of its power plays. 2, this might be the best sideboard deck of all time. With the ability to completely change its game plan post-board, it's all but impossible to maintain a good matchup over 3 consecutive games. And 3, nobody, and I mean nobody, even has the means to play around Arcolith in this format. And the cons. 1, it's Spirit intense. T-Storm is expensive. Full Moon 2 is expensive. Yes, you can bring a lot of it back, courtesy of Supercell, but it makes comeback plays really hard. 2, your guys don't really stat up well. The Aphroses are helpful, but a bunch of X4s really puts you in a wonky position. And 3, Gorgon's Gaze. Really, really devastating to invest in a Thunderstorm just to lose your Fungler's effect. All in all, I really like this list. Don't mistake its lack of representation at Kissimmee for unplayability. It's going to take some time for lightning to strike.